Good morning, it's 8:31. We're at Odessa Braziers in Sacramento. We're gonna go ahead and pick up 4 vehicles. We have the gate passes, they were emailed. And once we pick up these 4 vehicles, we're gonna head out to the airport in Sacramento.
You're not gonna believe this. All the vehicles are white.
Just found the first vehicle, it's an Outback. Now what I'm gonna do prior to looking for the rest is see if it starts and if there's a key. Now the vehicle is locked, so that tells me that the key is going to be with security. We're going to move on, look for the other 3, and then go to security. It's 9:07. We found and pulled all 4 vehicles. Jeep Compass in the 1 position, Honda CR-V in number 2, Subaru Outback in number 3, and a Chevy Equinox in number 4. Now it is raining, so he's gonna have to be very cautious because there could be oil on the trailer and it could be slippery, or oil on the ground that goes on the trailer. And now he's gonna back up the first 2 vehicles that are going to be on the upper ramp, and then he's going to of course drive in the last 2. Now we always want to go with the shortest one for the 3rd position, and without taking a height stick out, I'm not sure this is the shortest.
Slippery when wet.
Yes. If you couldn't hear him, he said slippery when wet. Now he backed it all the way up, and he's going to use the exterior hooks that he had installed. Now he always gets out the vehicle, makes sure that it's nice and even. How is it?
Slippery. Be careful. Bring in the next one.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta bring in the next one. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't do backing. Now he wants me to back up the CR-V. He's gonna guide me, so let's see how this goes. There's a rock here. Maybe I can leave you on the rock. I forgot the tripod. Now that the first 2 are loaded, he's going to, of course, strap them down, because in order to get the next vehicle in, the ramp has to go up. So he has to strap these vehicles down before he puts up the ramp. So I asked him to go with me to pick up the second and 3rd vehicle, so I might have delayed it a little bit. Now you see there's probably a foot gap there. And it's all the way to the back here. Now he strapped down the first vehicle, the second vehicle, in order to put the ramp up. And once he puts in his safety pins, which are these, on both sides, then I'll go ahead and drive in the third vehicle. Now, when you're new to this, it's important that whenever you're raising the ramp, that you're checking your distance here, because this definitely gets smaller as the vehicle goes up.
Ready?
Yes.
Pull it up. Watch those mirrors.
Now this Subaru Outback is pretty tall.
Hold on. I gotta go higher. Been this high, we're gonna have to do a high stick check.
Is this the max? So after I'm done loading this vehicle, I'm gonna go ahead and use the height stick to make sure that we are under the 14. He likes to be 13.6, but definitely under 14. He actually is on the 6th hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he's never gone this high, so I took out the BA Products height stick, and I'm gonna go ahead and check the height to make sure that we are fine with the height. So after loading the Subaru, the Outback, we realized that although we're only at 13.7, that this vehicle is quite a bit taller than the Chevy Traverse. So we're gonna go ahead and switch the vehicles around. We're gonna remove the Subaru and put the Traverse here. The reason being is where it has to sit for the Subaru, there's extremely small amount of space there. That's just too small of a space. Or what we could also do is put this vehicle forward, but instead of doing that, we can just, we'd have to remove this one regardless. So move this one out, put that one on the trailer, then we should be fine up there. So that's what we're gonna do. This could have been avoided by measuring the vehicles before loading them, but sometimes they just appear to be shorter than they actually are. So after rearranging the vehicles, this is what it looks like. Of course, I had to, because I couldn't get out of the front door or the back door of the Equinox, because this bar here is blocking it. Of course, I always tell you to put a sedan in the third position, and this is exactly why. So I actually had to come out of the rear of the vehicle. Now, there is quite a bit of distance here between the vehicles, and there is an overhang back here. Why can't you go forward with the Subaru?
Because this tire is going to end up over here. I want to be able to, see the steel right here?
So in order to put the straps on this tire, he had to put the vehicle where it's at now.
I mean, it's good right there. Why go forward? I'm going to be able to strap this wheel a lot safer right at this position. If I go forward, I'm dealing with this steel plate right here that Kaufman put in. It should have dropped. Look, he can't even put nothing. If Kaufman is watching me, make these a little better. Look at this.
So that steel plate goes from the whole 3 axles. It starts right before the first tire, right there. It starts literally right there, which is before the first tire. And that steel plate goes all the way until after the last axle. So yeah, there is a few feet of overhang, maybe 2.5. Now, this is the first time. Is this the first time we have 4 SUVs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we haul 4 SUVs.
This one more of a car.
Yeah, we both thought that one was more of a
mistake. It's higher than that SUV.
And I think it's higher because of the rack. Had the rack not been there, I think we wouldn't have had the issue. So this is what happens sometimes. You have to move vehicles around when you're not familiar with them. So it's what we had to do today. Before, when the Subaru was in this 3rd position, we were at 13.7. So I'm gonna go ahead and check the height and see what we are now. So I will let you know. Now we remeasured, and now with the vehicles moved, we're at 13.5, and before we were at 13.7. So the rack here, because of the rack, it was 2 inches taller. He just finished his last strap. No, he has the other side. He's going to finish strapping the other side. Then we're going to head out to ABG at the airport here in Sacramento, drop off these 4, and then we are off to pick up 4 vehicles at a recovery location here in Sacramento. Somebody asked how the winch was installed. It looks as though they attached this metal here and goes all the way down, and then they bolted it onto the frame. So it has 4 bolts on the inside of the frame for the metal piping there.
It's a L bracket, 1/4 inch L bracket. It's got to be a thick bracket whenever you put a winch in there, because if you put the thinner one, it'll bend it when you're winching the cars in. So that's a 1/4 inch steel L bracket.
Thank you. So the for the person that had a question about how it was installed, that's how it was installed. And then it has this here, and of course it connects to the battery down in here. So an L bracket.
So always check your equipment, because you never know when something might get disconnected. So
what was that?
I gotta fix that right now. It's working. I'll get through the day, but as soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna fix that.
Since there was an overhang, he put a flag. Now it's still raining. We're gonna go ahead and deliver these 4 vehicles here to ABG. Then we're gonna head out to another location.
Shit.
What happened?
A pain in the ass. Not working in the rain no more. Rough.
For those of you that are not in California, we're in a severe drought, which means it doesn't rain very often. And we desperately need the rain. First vehicle is delivered. Now for the Chevy Equinox. And if you didn't see before, couldn't get out of the doors, so I have to go through the back. He's gonna go ahead and hold it, and I will crawl in. Okay, shut it. Vehicles on when crawling in. First time I've done it, but I'm very careful not to touch the seats or the upholstery.
Watching theirs.
Now while I deliver this, he's gonna go ahead and put the ramp down. Set of vehicles. But if you haven't already, please subscribe. It's been a long rainy day, so for dinner, we're picking up Burger King. That way we can just eat in the truck on our way home. The onion rings here are pretty good.